Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today. Walter here at the workbench. So I hope you had a good day. I took some time out today to go see my doctor, my specialist, because I'm considering something that I've put off for years. And I know many of you probably have already had knee surgery, but for me, I have tried to avoid it all these years. Why? Because my knees work. It's just the more I'm on them as I get older, the more they hurt. The more they hurt, the less I want to be on them and the less I can do. So you remember the trick I showed you about planing multiple boards together and to make them the same thickness? I just got some small pieces of scrap here. I just want them all the same or close. So I was talking with my surgeon's assistant, who has seen me multiple times over the years. And she's done injections and prescribed certain medications and physical therapy. And here I am going through it all over again. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Part of me does not want to do it. Another part of me is anxious to possibly do it. So I don't know. And like I said, there's probably many of you who have already had knee surgery, and you say, well, I should have done it sooner. Well, I don't want to do one knee and then the other knee. I want to do both knees at once. Why? You ever hear that saying, one and done? That's what I want to be able to say, one and done. But she said that the doctor, the surgeon himself, would more than likely not do two at once because it's twice the anesthesia. It's twice the recovery. I look at it this way. It's only one recovery. That's the way I look at it. So we set up another appointment with the surgeon in a couple of weeks, and we will have a powwow. And see if we can't come to consensus. Because my knees hurt, but what hurts more is my back. And there's nothing they can do about that. They want to send me to a neurosurgeon. And I already went to pain management one time. That didn't work out well. That was for my neck. I have a herniated disc in my neck, and I have 3 lower discs that are bulging. So I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about doing this. I mean, I had my hip done, had my right hip done 12, 13 years ago. And I am so glad I did, because I'm no longer limping. But I don't like the concept of surgery. And when we did my hip, they did not put me under. They gave me a sedative, but I was awake. And naturally, they did I think it was an epidural, so that everything from the waist down was numb. And that was that was interesting, because when you have your surgeons working on you and they have music playing and they're joking around, and then all of a sudden it gets quiet. They had something that was a bit of a challenge that they had to focus on, so they couldn't goof around, you know. Not that I want a surgeon goofing around while they got me cut open and I'm bleeding there, you know. What I'm planing here is a piece of cherry. It's figured cherry. It's got a little bit of that mottly shimmer in it. And I don't feel like I have quite enough camber on the 5.5. Well, maybe I do. Just take some fine smoothing cuts. I want to show you this wood. Nope. I can still feel it right there. Yeah. When I'm done here, I'll put a little more camber on that. Let's see how the 4.5 is. So I hope you're having a good day. What do you think about surgery? I know some people have had so many surgeries they don't even think about it anymore. And they say I'm just being over concerned. Oh, look at that. Man, that polishes up nice. I love cherry. There we go. Wow. That is so smooth. But is it flat? Yeah. So it's flat and it's smooth. That's about it for today. I'll leave you with this. Look at that chatoyance. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Imagine that with some finish on. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That's some pretty cherry. Thanks for stopping by and chatting with me. I just need to get through this mentally and see what the doctor says. If he's willing to do both, one and done, get it done. The only problem is, yeah, okay, if you fix the knees, they're telling me I'm going to have at least 5 to 6 months of downtime. Not Walter. When they did my hip, 1 week, I was putting a floor in my shed. No, I was a bad boy. But, yep, you don't bounce back when you're pushing 69, so we shall see. Like, subscribe, and share. Walter out.